Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
Canelo Exposed by Bivol proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of Canelo Exposed by Bivol subscribers. Now, Caleb's free hands plant. He took himself to Twitter recently for some strange reason to revisit a specific moment from his fight with Canelo for Undisputed back in November of last year. Now, for those of you who remember, I believe it was round 9 of Canelo's fight with Caleb Plant. They had that little exchange where Caleb Plant was boxing and moving around the ring, and he told Canelo, "This is pretty good for a 21-0 fighter, you know." And they said this is a good fight, and it looked like he was almost trying to gain his approval and all those kind of things. So apparently he's felt some type of way about it, and on the night after Canelo lost to Dimitri Bivol, he decided to start explaining himself and firing back at his detractors and his haters. So here's what he said verbatim. I'll read you every single tweet. It's about 4 or 5 tweets, so just bear with me. But Caleb Plant said the following, and I quote, "I think a lot of you silly MFs think when I asked him being Canelo, when I asked him, I'm pretty good, huh? Y'all really think I was looking for approval, but I already know I'm a great fighter, not a good fighter. He thought it was going to be a cakewalk. So when it wasn't, I wanted to hear him say it. It was sarcasm, like, I'm pretty good, huh? AKA, yeah, you thought this shit was going to be easy." He was standing up in the corner during the first few rounds. Then I looked over and he was sitting down on the stool. I knew I was doing my job then. He then went on to say, "I was asking because I already knew the answer, not because I didn't know. Y'all are funny as fuck if you think different. I'm pretty good, huh? Like I said, AKA, yeah, motherfucker, you better use a stool because you're not about to Chavez Jr. me and stand up the whole fight." He's referring to the Canelo Chavez Jr. fight where he stood up all 12 rounds in between the rounds of Chavez Jr. He then said, I'm in a whole different stratosphere than him, and you'll respect me as such. So let me get this straight. Now, God bless Caleb Plant. You know, his beautiful wife is having a baby soon, so congratulations on that. He's doing all these things, you know, getting ready to return, and you mean to tell me he's thinking about the fact that he's better than Chavez Jr. and he got Canelo to sit on the stool? Is he really saying this right now? I don't know what's going on with Caleb Plant, but listen, man, look, that's the past. Like, that's the past, man. Like, I want to see you back in the ring because honestly, look, you're gonna say it was sarcasm. I'm not gonna look at it like that. Truthfully, like I'm gonna raise both my hands and say, look, I went to Vegas. I didn't go to the fight, but I went to like the fight week festivities, and I was probably the only person out there that was supporting Caleb Plant. Okay, made videos and everything. Caleb Plant had much different energy at the initial press conference. He went from saying, "I'm doing unbelievable things. These guys are drug cheats. Suck my dick," and all this stuff. And you know, he was getting me and a whole lot of people fired up because we thought we were gonna get like an angry, mean, you know, extremely determined Caleb Plant. Now, he was determined to a point until he got to the back half of that fight. And that's when he tried to psychologically get into the head of Canelo Alvarez, and then a round and some change later, he got stopped. Now, for me, someone who supported Caleb Plant since he was a prospect, since he fought, like, what was that guy's name? Carlos Galvan, you know, when he knocked him out with the one-punch body shot here in South Florida. I was at that fight. And I was even supporting Caleb Plant before that fight. So for me to really see his go from prospect to contender to world champion to a world champion who made a couple title defenses to then challenging for Undisputed, you know, I was really disappointed to even hear like the good book says, right? I'm gonna quote the Bible for a second. The good book says to flee from the appearance of evil. Now, I mean, this wasn't necessarily an evil act, but he needed to flee from the appearance of being friendly with his competitor. That's what I think. Because he wasn't dominating the fight enough to be talking like that to Canelo, in my humble opinion. You know, so for him to even have the illusion, the appearance of being friendly with Canelo, when it's the undisputed super middleweight championship fight of the world, you were a couple rounds away from concluding the first ever undisputed super middleweight title fight, and you're over there having, you know, a nice little chit chat with Canelo. Like, I'm sorry, man. I saw like Caleb Plant. I want him to come back and become a world champion again and prove everybody wrong and show his class in the sport. But honestly, as a fan, I lost a lot of I know it don't mean nothing to him, but like I lost some respect for Caleb Plant because I didn't get the energy that I saw in the initial press conference when he was calling them drug cheats and things like that. Like, he really had me on his side. And my thing is this, like, He talked a great game, and I'm not gonna front. He boxed very, very well in the fight. He didn't box bad, but when push came to shove and shit got hot in there, he wasn't like the Caleb Plant that I expected. He wasn't. He wasn't the broke Caleb Plant that first came into the sport. That's the guy I was expecting. Like, cause like when Caleb Plant first got into boxing, when he first started getting on TV and people started knowing his name, go back and watch some of his interviews. This is the same Caleb Plant that was saying that he would fight Ronald Gavril and be his sparring partner for his fight with Ronald Gavril. Like, he just had a different type of energy back then, and that was the guy that I was expecting in undisputed title fight. So all this sounds good. I don't know why he feels right now at this moment in time. What are we, like a bunch of months later to clarify this? But Caleb Plant should be worried about more than a little moment of a fight he lost. But that's just my 2 cents. I hope he come back soon and remind the world why he was IBF super middleweight champion. Remind the world why a lot of people believe so much in him. Because I'm just not I'm not the most satisfied with that performance. I mean, he boxed very well. He gave himself a chance to win, but you don't get friendly or even say things that even resemble friendliness when you're in the back half of a fight, and that's what it is. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys can make it what you will. What do you think about Caleb Plant trying to clarify what happened in the Canelo fight, where they were all friendly and stuff? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.